Hi, welcome to PleasureSports. Today we're going to take a look at the new Syncro for 2013-2014. This is for juniors. We have a 4.3mm and a 5.43mm. So they're actually identical in construction, and what you're seeing over here on the left is one of the wetsuits turned inside out. So in the 5.43, you've got 5mm in the core, and in the low body you've got 4mm, and in the arms you have 3mm neoprene. And in the 4.3, which is again is identical in construction, has 4mm neoprene in the core, all the way through the legs, and 3mm neoprene in the arms. So just know that this video is for the 5.43 and the 4.3, and they're identical in construction. So this is a sealed seam wetsuit for colder waters. It's called glued and blind stitched. In the manufacturing process, they first glue all the pieces of neoprene together, and then they put a stitch, which is called a blind stitch. And it's a blind stitch because it doesn't actually penetrate all the way through the both pieces of neoprene. So if you actually look here on the inside of the seam, you can see it here as a better example, you don't see any stitching, you just see glue. Because the stitching actually only penetrates the neoprene halfway through. You can imagine the amount of precision the needles have to not go all the way through. And that makes this a sealed seam suit. What we're going to take a look at here is the outside, and then I'll take you and we'll take a look at what the materials are on the inside so you can see what you get for your money. This is, the Syncro's line is one of the most affordable lines in the Quiksilver series of wetsuits. You get a lot of value in these wetsuits. You're getting great cut patterns. For example, you'll see that the cut pattern underneath the arm here does not have any seams in it, and that allows you to maximize the stretch in this neoprene. The neoprene in this suit is called the Hyper Stretch 3.0 neoprene. So it's a little bit lighter than last year. It has the same density, and what happens with these more improved neoprenes is that they don't absorb as much water and they actually dry quicker. So this is 100% Hyper Stretch 3.0 neoprene throughout the entire suit. So you've got a really gummy neoprene in this suit. On the front of the suit, you've got a nice panel here. This is a sharkskin material. It doesn't actually allow water to penetrate or get absorbed, and it doesn't allow wind to penetrate it. So the whole idea in a wetsuit is to keep your core warm, and you'll notice this particular sharkskin material on the back protecting the organs and also on the front. And behind that actual piece of neoprene, the sharkskin material, you'll see what's called Quiksilver's Bio Fleece. This is a thermal neoprene laminate. So this actually helps water wick off and drain quickly out of the suit, and also is heat retaining. So once this gets warmed up either by the sun or by your body, it likes to keep the warmth inside of you, and you'll see that that Bio Fleece is all along the back and also on the front of the suit. This is the suit inside out. Let's take a look at this suit. You've got great abrasion resistant knee pads on it. If we take a look at the back, you've got a great adjustable wrap collar. When you have these adjustable collars, they actually help prevent water from flushing into the suit. The Quiksilver seal up here I love the most because it actually has a roll collar here. Two pieces of neoprene here sewn, so this rolls, and when neoprene rolls around the neck, it prevents rashing. And this is also glide skin, so it's nicer on the skin, and it also creates a seal between your skin and the glide skin so water doesn't quickly flush into the suit. On the back of this wetsuit here, you'll see a Hydro Shield barrier. This is a water barrier that's proprietary to Quiksilver, and you can see it here on the back of this one. This is the back side of it, and this is what you're seeing here. And so if any water were to penetrate through this zipper, it would actually hit this water barrier, and down here you'll see two little pinholes. I'm going to actually make them so you can see them a little clearer. These two little pinholes is where the water would drain if water were to have made it through the collar, hitting the water barrier, and then drain out the pinholes. So this is great technology. And then to top it off, this actual laminate on the inside of this is the Bio Fleece thermal material that I was talking about earlier. So this is really a wonderful wetsuit. From a construction standpoint, we've got a really durable seam on the outside with the blind stitch, and on the inside of the suit here, these little spots at critical seams, they're called spot taping, and that actually is extra reinforcement. And you can imagine when you have a wetsuit that's worn a lot and it's worn by often juniors, they get stressed often. So what's great to see is the actual meticulous detail that's been put into taping some of the critical seams, as well as from like the wrist down here, so you don't get rashes from any kind of rubbing, and also makes it stronger because you're constantly putting your hand in the seam, and you want a little extra reinforcement there so the seams don't start coming apart over time. So this is really great attention to detail to see in these suits. Another great thing that I love about this wetsuit in the junior line is kids have a hard time sometimes getting wetsuits off. So there's a nice zipper at the ankle, opens up really nicely. You'll see again more of that spot taping at the ankle for reinforcement on the seam, and we love to see that. Again, helps prevent rashing, also helps give more durability to the seam. And you can see more of that here on the suit being turned inside out. So you got the double tape down here, and it's really wonderful. So this again comes in a 543 for really cold waters, or for kids that actually tend to get cold really easily, you'll put them in a 543 millimeter wetsuit. And it also comes in a 4.3. Again, both for cooler waters, both have identical technology, just as you see here. So if I missed any information on the new Syncro for kids, you can take a look at our website at PleasureSports.com.